Okay, so today we're gonna continue our crime section. So today's first character is 缩. Okay, 缩 means abet somebody to do evil, instigate. So basically, you're trying to either doing telling a lie, cheating, or that kind of way to make the other person do evil things. Okay. And the second meaning is suck. But this is it's a dialect. It's not a formal language. Okay, so that means you using mouth to suck. Let's take a look at the character. So you can see that there's a mouse, of course, and then there's a person, and there's a person, right? And so and there's a hand, there's a foot. Okay, so put all this together, and this is saying that it's like you are not doing the evil thing yourself, but you are talking someone into doing that thing for you. Okay, so 说. Okay, next one. 使 means order, right? The original meaning means order, making an order somebody to do something. So another major meaning, okay, most of the time this character means is sending someone out on a mission to accomplish something. Okay, so send somebody on a mission to accomplish something. So basically sending, dispatching. Okay, so this is a major meaning. The other meaning is to cause something to happen. For example, 一场这里 here has an example, say 一场大火使他一贫如洗. That means a big fire made him very poor. Okay, he lost all his properties. 虚心使人进步. That means humility makes people let people make progress. Okay, humility let people make progress. Okay. And then other meanings like 使坏. That means you are play trick to do to do harm to people. 使坏. And indulgence, like 使 that usually means means through a temper tantrum type of thing. Okay, indulge in letting out your emotions without much consideration of others. Okay, 就是叫使性啊，使性子，使性子。And that's it for this character. And let's take a look at other thing. When you use it as a noun, that means the messenger. Okay, the messenger, the convoy. Okay, so the person means the person or the team that are being sent out. Okay, let's take a look at this character itself. So this one, so in the very old text, the ones that on the turtle shell, there are 4 characters, four things. Okay, they all use the same character but mean different things. But now they are 4 different characters. Sure. So the first one is 时 is the one that we're studying right now. Okay, and the second one 时 is history. The third one is 历. It's pronounced 历 right now. That means a government official or government. It's a government official. Okay, and the last one 是 that means a matter, a task. Okay, so using the character to mean all these things, then you will know that this is 时 that has the meaning of all of these things, right? Combined. And so this 时 that means you're sending someone out to carry out some kind of task. Okay, and usually that person being sent out usually are government officials. Okay. Okay, so let's. So if you look at the pictograph, and you can see that the picture looks like a what? You see, it's a hand below, right, holding a flag. Okay, holding a flag. So the flag in ancient China, they looks like this. Okay, they don't look like the flags, the modern flags, that they put on the just one stick, right? So the flags in ancient times, they have a stick, but then they have a horizontal stick, and the flag is actually is on the horizontal flag. Okay, or horizontal stick. So it looks like showed in the picture. Okay, so you can see this character looks exactly like that. It's a hand holding that flag, right? And so the third one is 2 hands holding that flag, right? And so the 是, you see the last character, a 是 is like a hand holding that flag, right? And so this is that's why these 3 things, the four characters are all with the same character in ancient times. And so you can see that this is like someone, government official, being sent out, right, to carry out some kind of important task. So when he is on his mission, he usually hold a flag, and that flag has his, that it will show, the country and maybe his positions, something. There's information on the flag to tell people that he was an important person to carry out some kind of important task. Okay, so this is the pictograph is telling you. 使 怂 Okay, 怂 means terrify or instigate. That means to frighten. Okay, so being frightened, that's what it means, terrified. Okay, so so this one nowadays used quite often, actually, to mean what? To mean like you are not very confident and brave, courageous. You are always like worry about too much stuff, worry about you are not good enough. Okay, so that's called 怂. That's the very common use. So let's take a look at this character. So, so the on the top there's a 从. It represents its sound. Okay, represent its sound, and then on the bottom is heart. Okay, heart. That related to that. That means that this character is about emotions or psychology. Okay, so the 上面这个从从 has a meaning of following or submissive. Okay, that kind of meaning, and so this means that you are being frightened and you kind of tend to comply, that kind of meaning. Okay, so this is to mean that a person who, when he encounter difficulties or encounter uncertainties or encounter intimidation, that he will pull back, he will retreat, he will hide, he will instead of face the situation bravely and go on. Okay, so this is what this character means. And so the picture, the old text is more complicated. They have a additional component, which is the part that indicates walking. Okay, indicates walking. So the very old character looks like one person following the other person, right, walking, and then there's a heart down below. So that means that the guy, the second person, must be being like intimidated or frightened, that he just followed the person, doing the person whatever wanted him to do. Okay, so this is what the picture is telling you. 怂.
请练习今天新学的字。
Next one, 勇. Okay, 勇. This character is only used in the word 怂恿. Okay, 怂恿 means instigate. Okay, so making others, talking others into doing evil things. 怂恿. Okay, let's take a look at the character itself. 勇. 勇. Of course, there's a heart at the bottom. Okay, heart at the bottom, and 勇, of course, on the top. That is a character pronounced 勇, so represents sound, but it also means carries the meaning. So 勇, it looks like the big band, the big bell, the ancient times, the metal bell, the huge metal bell, looks like this, and that thing make a huge noise, right? And so 勇, that means big, courageous, that is you are aroused to do big things. Okay, brave. So this is what this character means. Okay. And so now 怂恿, right? So 怂 means what? Means like these two characters together means opposite things, right? 怂 means actually the person is a coward. You tend to retreat when he's facing difficulties and challenges. But this 勇, that means he's aroused to do both things. And so put together, that means to like making a person who is suspicious, who's kind of on the fence, that kind of person, you talking him into what? Into feeling good, feeling aroused, feeling like courageous to do evil things. Okay. So 怂恿. So a good example is these terrorists, right? Now those terrorists, that most of them like originally they don't feel like they want to go on doing those evil things, because they do those things mostly because some other evil person talk them into, brainwash them into doing those things. So in that situation, you use this 怂恿, 怂恿 them, those people into becoming a terrorist. Okay, next one.
请练习今天新学的字。
敲 means knock. Simply means knock. It's simply means knock. Let's take a look at the character. You can see. So you can see that on the right hand side, it's very clear that is a hand holding a little tool. Holding a little stick. But and against what? Against a that looks like a city gate. The left side, the goal, that looks like a city gate. That's a city gate. And also means like high, towering high. And so this is means that the picture is telling the story of you're holding a little stick to knock onto the city gate. Ask the guard to open the door for you, open the gate for you. So this is called a 敲, right? Knocking. Knocking. Now, there's a very common word called 推敲. 推敲. 推敲 means carefully consider all the possibilities. 推敲. So you can see 推 means like you push, right? And you 敲 means you knocking. So this is figure things out by try and error, basically. 推敲, by try and error. You 推, you push, give some force, see, and you're gonna observe its response, and then you knock, and I do some knock, and then to see what's gonna happen, right? So from those feedback of responses, and you kind of figure out what this matter is, and then you can make a better choice, right? So this is called 推敲. So this is the character 敲.
请练习今天新学的字。
诈. 诈 means cheat. Cheat, blackmail, and feign or pretend. So basically you're telling the lie or acting out in order to fool somebody, to cheat. That's called 诈. For example, like 诈哄, 诈人, that means you are for cheat people. 诈酒三分醉, that means you are you're not really drunk, you maybe just a little bit, but you kind of act out like as if you are completely drunk, to fool people. 诈死 means 诈死, that means you pretend to be dead. So let's take a look at this character. 诈 诈形声字. So this is on the left hand side is the person talking. So we've been seeing this a lot, right? So every time you see this part, that means related to talking. Related to talking. So on the right hand side is the word 诈. To represent the sound, also to carry out its meaning, right? So 诈 has a meaning of temporary. That's just temporary. So this carries the meaning like of you just try to fool and try to cheat people just to get away at the moment, right? And to get what you want. So this is what the character is telling you.
请练习今天新学的字。
七 Okay, what is sentence? 七 Okay. 七 七 means deceive, cheat, but also means blackmail, fraud, bully. So 欺 and 诈 欺诈 Okay, so what's the difference between the two? Now, 诈 means cheat, means telling the lie, means try to fool the person into believing something else. This is called 诈. Now 欺 also has that meaning, but it has a more emphasis on bullying. So this is 欺 like 欺负人, that's bullying. Okay, bullying. 欺瞒 that means you are withholding information, but has the connotation of bullying. Okay. 欺上瞒下 that means you are actually kind of bullying your superior and hiding information to your subordinate. Okay. So this is 欺. Let's take a look at the character. So this is again on the left hand side is the character 欺 to represent its sound. Okay. And on the right hand side, it looks like a person. A person what? A person breathes out, heavily. Okay. Heavily. It looks like he's talking so much, that's the picture saying. Okay, the right person, on the right hand side is the person kneeling down, but he's keep talking so much. Okay, and so to indicating that this, trying to cheat and trying to deceive people. Okay. Now 骗 again also means cheat, deceive, cheat and deceive. Okay. Now 骗, the difference is when you use 骗, that means you are actively made up something in order to cheat and in order to tell the lie. Okay, so you actively make up stories, act out, and to deceive people and make people fall. For example, 诈骗, right? 诈骗犯, that means there's a 诈 part, there's a 骗 part. Okay, the 骗 part that usually involves lots of setup. For example, like you 骗钱, like you 骗钱的话, oftentimes you're gonna entice people. Okay, entice people into making some kind of deal with you. Okay, so as if like you make people believe that by getting involved, they will have much gain. Okay, so this is called a 骗. 骗. Now 诈 is a little bit different. 诈 usually involves in invoking people's fear. Okay, involves people's fear in order to get your way. Now 骗 usually invoke people's greed to get your way. So okay, so there's a little bit difference. Now 诈骗 together, that means you are basically you're all out. Okay, you're all out and just play psychology, emotional tricks to fool the other person. Okay. Now this character, let's take a look at it. This character has a horse on the side. So originally this means you are from the side of the horse, and you getting on it. Okay. Just right onto the horse. So that's the original character. Okay, what this means originally, but it's very strange, and then it becomes like means cheat. So, and I don't know why it's like that. Okay, that's like you are getting on a horse, then become like cheating. So I don't know, but anyway, okay. So that's what happened. Now the on his right hand side is 片 is 扁. Okay, now is pronounced 扁, so the sounds very similar, right? So this is to indicate a sound. Okay, let's take a look at the sentence. 唆使怂恿敲诈欺骗啊，唆使means you instruct, teach people to do bad things, right? 使 means, remember, sending people out, carry out task for you, right? On a mission. So 唆使, that means you teach, give information, you are teach them, send them out to do bad things, okay? And 怂恿, that means you are you find a way to make them feel bold to do bad things, okay? 怂恿. 敲诈, 敲诈 means 敲诈 means you are to cheat, to urge, to coerce them into giving you things. Okay, this is called 敲诈. Okay, 欺骗, 欺骗, that means you using either frighten them or kind of entice them into making some kind of deal with you in order to just making money, getting financial gains. Okay, next one. So I changed the system so that you can only go one by one. Okay, continue one by one. So 盗, 盗 means steal, rob. Used as a noun means thief. Okay, let's take a look at the character. So this character, so on the top is a character called 蛋, and that character 蛋 means saliva. Okay, it means saliva. And you can see that the character, there's a person, and then a person who is like talking. That's lot stuff coming out of the mouth, right? And then on the left hand side there's water, right? So that means to indicate this guy is saliva is coming out of his mouth. Okay, and then on the bottom is a this big huge container. There's those bowls for food. Okay, and so this person is on top of that, and have his saliva is coming out of his mouth. So to indicating this guy is really want to eat and really is greedy. Okay, and try to get stuff, right? So this is the pictograph is telling you. So this character means to steal, okay, to rob. 盗. fei. Fei originally means it means a type of bamboo basket, a round bamboo basket. Okay, that's the original meaning. But now this character means bandit, means gangster. Okay, means those organized criminal. Okay, that's called a fei. Called fei. Okay, so usually there's not only organized, but they have weapons. Okay, and then you call them a fei. So 盗匪, that means these guys are organized robbery organization. Okay, and another meaning of this character is because they sounds the same thing. They so used as the character right in the middle. Just used as that. So means not, means not, means no. Okay, basically means negation. Okay. Let's take a look at that character. You can see this basically it's a basket. Okay, it's a basket. Okay. So yeah, I mean literally it's a basket. It's a sideway, right? The opening is on the right. And then the middle thing's complicated. It looks like metal, but not metal. The bamboo strips weaving together, right? Kind of pattern. Okay. Fei. 劫 劫 means 劫 means the original meaning is using force to make people want to leave because it's so frightening but couldn't. Okay, kind of trapped into in a terrible situation. Okay, it's called the 劫. And so now to extend it, this means usually means what? Means kill. Okay, that means you are chasing and searching and put that person into a corner so that the person couldn't escape. Okay, to kill. So it's called a 劫. The word 劫杀, 劫杀 means you capture the person so that person couldn't escape in order to kill. This is called a 劫杀. And then 劫门, 劫门, that means you are you using force to force people to have some kind of common with you, to do bad things together. Okay, so called 劫门. 打劫, it's another common word. It's called 打劫. 打劫means you rob, okay, people's properties by force. Okay, called 打劫. Another meaning is quite common in Chinese culture that's related to Buddhism. It's a concept from Hinduism. Okay, from Buddhism concept. 劫, because in the Buddhism, Indian Buddhism, they have a concept called a 劫. Okay, called a 劫波. 劫波, that's their pronunciation. The concept is that our world will be destroyed every sort of like 10 million years. Okay, every 10 million years the world gonna be destroyed, completely destroyed, and then start over again. Okay, so that's their concept. So the Chinese people adopted that concept and then used this character to mean calamity, big disaster. Okay, the disaster that's so big that basically kind of destroy everything. Okay, so the 劫. And another thing is a to refer to a situation in the game of Go. Okay, so you probably know that the game of Go is to fight, to compete on getting more territory, right? So when in the game of Go, when you're in a situation where you put a piece onto one of the eyes, so whoever can get that eye, they will grab the entire territory. So that is called a 劫. Okay, and you can see why it's called the 劫, right? This is like determines life and death, right, for the game. So 劫. Let's take a look at the character itself. Okay, so so 去. Okay, so on the right hand side is 力. 力 means force. Okay, on the left hand side is a 去. 去 means go away, right? Go away, take away. So using a force to take away. So that's this character is telling you. Okay, so to mean that all the meanings I just told you. 窃. 窃 again, this means steal. Okay, 盗. 盗 is steal, but this one is 窃. It's also steal. Now this one has also means like plagiarize. You use this one. Okay, plagiarize. It also means like private, means private, secretly, privately. Used as a noun. Also means thief. Okay, like 窃贼, that means a thief. Okay, so let's take a look at the character itself. So you can see it's a on top. It's a cave. Okay, it's a cave that's on the top. Okay, it's a cave. And then on the bottom you will see that has a rice on the left hand side, the lower left. There's a character like rice. Okay, so you rice, right? Then on the right hand side, on the lower right hand side, you can see it looks like a bug. Okay, some kind of insect. So this picture is telling you that probably this person steal some kind of steal the crop, rice, food, and hide them into a cave. And then of course you hide in the cave, that the bugs will come and eat them, right? And so to indicate that you are stealing and hiding something in private. Okay, so that's why this one has the meaning of steal and also has the meaning of privacy. Okay, so for example, 窃喜, 窃喜, that means you are happy. Okay, you are excited, but you don't want other people to know. Okay, so it's called a 窃喜. Okay, 切念, like 切念, that means you have your own private opinions. Okay. Next one. 蒸. 蒸 means anvil, means hammering block. Okay, so when you in the kitchen, right, they're called 蒸板. In this anvil. So when you prepare food, cutting stuff, you want a piece in the bottom, on the bottom. So that's what it is. Okay, 正. Now this one originally, this one is for to mean a piece of rock that you're gonna use to hammer things on top. Okay, so that's the original meaning. Particularly to hammer clothes. Okay, so in very ancient times, it's probably they haven't invented the soap yet. So when they wash, the way they wash is they put the clothes onto a round rock, and then they use another stick to beat the cloth to wash. Okay, that's how they wash. So that piece of rock is called 针. Okay, and then of course nowadays they don't, not necessarily is rock, right? So it's a piece of bamboo or wood, or even a plastic piece. You can also call it 针板 for its function. So this one, you can see on the left hand side is the 石. Right? 石 means rock. Okay, means rock. And so on the right hand side is 簪. 这簪字表示声音. Okay, 表示声音。同时 also to also means carry some kind of meaning. 占 also means divination. Okay, to observe and see what's going to happen. Okay, so 剁 剁 means chop, cut. Chop, cut. Like 剁肉 剁肉 means that you are chop the meat into grind meat. Okay, into kind of that kind of thing called 剁. Okay, for example, the example here say 把柳条剁成3段. Right, 剁成3段. That means you chop the stick into 3 sections. Okay, chop, 剁. So this one now, of course, there's a knife on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side is the character called 剁. 剁 朵 is 花朵. That means flowers. Okay, on the left hand side, flowers. Flowers. So this means that you're using a knife to cut them. Okay, cut them into pieces. All right. So this is mean to chop or cut. 剮 means dismember. Right? 剮 means dismember. Bone. Basically, you cut the muscles, meat off bones. Okay, so this is what this character means. Now, 剮 is a very, very cruel punishment. Okay, for corporate cut punishment in ancient China. Okay, and so here has an example saying that so this order to execute that person. Okay, so they will put the person onto the market. That's how the ancient time doing those kind of things. Okay, and understand things and nail the person onto a big wooden block. Okay, so he couldn't move, and then they will 剮. Okay, 剮 120 cuts to kill him. Okay, so that's the that's one of the ancient execution methods. Okay, so very cruel. Okay, and so let's take a look at the character itself. 剮. So you can see that on the left hand side, okay, there's a on the right hand side is a knife, right? And then the other part looks like a kind of flesh coming out of bones. Okay, so basically this is what this picture is telling you. Okay, now nowadays people use this to mean that you kind of scrape or scratch or cut, scrape, scratch, cut. So 不小心被刮了一下。So I like you like you unintentionally got cut. Okay, got cut, got scraped. This is called 刮。砍 砍 means chop, hack. Okay, cut. So 砍 剁 means, I think 剁 means like your movements rather small, like you chop meat into ground meat, right? 砍 The 砍 is usually means like the movement is big, okay? Like you 砍大刀, that means you use those like sabers, okay? So the movement is huge, right? So it's 砍 usually you use much more force, okay? Now people also use these words to mean figuratively, to mean get rid of or stop or eliminate. For example, 把这个项目砍了 that means you are stop or eliminate, terminating the project. Okay? 比方说 you 砍树 that means you are cutting down the tree. Okay? 砍 let's take a look at the character. So this one is now this character is probably they invented a long time ago, so still has the rock there. So this is talking about like using the knife you made out of rock. Okay, 石刀来砍，石刀来砍， and then again looks like the right hand side looks like a person who's breathe out heavily. So this is probably indicating maybe that can need to use much force, and so this person is out of breath. Okay. Okay, so 盗匪劫窃争夺剐砍 Okay, 盗匪 put together, that means organized gangster, organized robbery, okay, stealing, criminal organization, okay, 盗匪劫窃劫窃 what they do 劫 okay, 劫 that means they force people into a corner in order to rob them, or simply 窃 that means you kind of sneak into a house stealing stuff, okay, so do that kind of stuff. 争夺剐砍 so that means 争 right 争夺 that means they are using their knives to cut and to chop, to do that kind of thing. So this is to mean these organized criminals, they have weapons. Now this is also ancient times, they does not have fire weapon yet, right? They don't have guns and pistols, things like that. So they're using those knives, okay, axe, that kind of thing. Okay, so this is for today, and happy learning.